AllSides.com checked the media bias of Google and found 63% of stories over 2 weeks were from left-wing sources. It's worse than that. They also checked the other news aggregators, which are substantially smaller, but take a look at this. Based on content, online content only, Yahoo News, left-leaning, Bing, left-leaning, Apple, left-leaning, Google, left-leaning, Smart News, left-leaning, Newsbreak, left-leaning. Drudge Report is actually center, like left of center.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Drudge is still considered in the center according to AllSides, but on the far left side of it. And then AllSides, of course, is listing themselves as a news aggregator in the center. There's no right wing. Even Real Clear Politics is only centrist.
Any right wing at all, any right leaning at all is considered extreme right to the left. The left dictates the narrative. Right now, anybody to the right of them, to the right of essentially, we're getting to the point where it's not hyperbolic to say communists. Like there are socialists in New York City's legislature, in New York State's legislature, there are socialists, DSA members. Those are actual communists. Like this stuff is being accepted. And you look at what's happening to New York. You look at the way that the migrants are being treated, the illegal immigrants are being treated. You look at the way that the crime is going. You look at all of the trends. Everything is trending in a bad direction, and they are going to continue to elect socialists. This is what happens when you try to institute socialist, extreme left-leaning policies.
But this is what the news aggregators look. However, for whatever reason, they are rigging the 2024 election by shifting the conversation as far left as possible.
Yeah.
And so Google Gemini being the big story, an example is we talked about it the other night on the show, asked it about Ahmaud Arbery. And what did it say? He was jogging. And then when I corrected it and said that was never part of the case, it said, you are absolutely correct. It was never actually proven or stated that he actually was jogging. You are right. I'm like, then why did it say that Ahmaud Arbery was jogging? Even though it knew, because they are forcing it to push lies. And then we had, when we had Cenk Uygur on the Young Turks on the Culture War podcast, he actually thought Ahmaud Arbery was jogging.
Yeah.
He was not. Even conservatives believed it.
The left continues to be informed by a narrative about almost every important story that you hear, and the narrative is just factually wrong. You know, whether it be Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, or Kyle Rittenhouse, or the whole hands up, don't shoot, or whatever policy the right is proposing, they always have like, don't say gay. You're not allowed to say the word gay in the state of Florida. This is something that is consistent. It is every single issue. If you are an informed person and actually spend the time to look into the issues, every single issue, the narrative that the left believes is a lie. And they act like it's the truth.
Well, they act like it's the truth uniformly. And part of it, you have to give them credit, is that they've mastered large-scale messaging, right?
Yes.
They're able to spin faster than anyone else. They're able to say, this bill, no matter what you think is actually bad for you, don't let anyone believe you otherwise. Obviously, they have an advantage because they control most mainstream publications, so they're able to get a uniform message out faster. That's why you see, I mean, there are some great, you guys have probably seen them too, video clips of news anchors from different TV stations also using the exact same term.
That's Sinclair.
Yeah.
That video is Sinclair, which is considered to be a conservative network. And so that's actually a really great example of how the left falls for these things. So you guys may have seen it. It originated with Deadspin. And it's a video of all these local news anchors saying, this is very dangerous to our democracy. And they're like, Deadspin, the left, was criticizing Sinclair Broadcasting, which they viewed as a conservative conglomerate buying up local news to shift the narrative away from the left. Mm-hmm. The right agreed with whatever the left was saying on the issue.